The United States has great strength and patience, but if it is forced to defend itself or its allies, we will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea.
Totally destroy.
Rocketman is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime.
Doesn't even call by his name.
The United States is ready, willing, and able, but hopefully this will not be necessary. That's what the United Nations is all about. That's what the United Nations is for. Let's see how they do. It is time for North Korea to realize that the denuclearization is its only acceptable future. The United Nations Security Council recently held 2 unanimous 15-0 votes adopting hard-hitting resolutions against North Korea, and I want to thank China and Russia for joining the vote to impose sanctions, along with all of the other members of the Security Council. Thank you to all involved. But we must do much more. It is time for all nations to work together to isolate the Kim regime until it ceases its hostile behavior.
Hey, NBC News viewers.
All right, I mean, that's it. That's the meat and potatoes right there.
That bad.
I mean, no. I mean,
They made it sound like it was a huge, crazy threat. They just put 10s on 20s.
I mean, look, check it out. North Korea has been an issue. North Korea is that country that whenever they want something, they try to leverage. And what they use as leverage is their nuclear weapons and their testing. The fact that he called him Rocketman, it's funny. To me, it's very funny. But it also, I mean, if somebody called me a nickname that I did not approve of, what is that usually going to get me?
Get you mad.
It's going to get me mad.
You're already mad. Like, I feel like North Korea, we always talk about them. We always say they're crazy. We do documentaries on them. They should be used to that by now.
Right, but the question is, when is it going to be enough? When are we going to hit that threshold?
When they attack.
When they attack who? South Korea?
Any of our allies.
Japan?
Any of our allies or us. That's the only way we'll do
Because
something.
we've already gave them threats. Hey, if you launch this missile, we're going to act. We didn't act. Now, I'm not looking for war. If there's a way to talk this shit down, then let's do that. I'm not looking for war at all. But at the same time, like you said, you watch these documentaries. These people that are suffering over there, I would like them to be liberated. But people will say, well, liberated at what cost? Liberated with whose lives? You know? That's not our country. We should be worrying about ourselves. And they have a point. They have a point. But at the same time, it's like, I cringe when I watch stuff like that happen. People who have gotten away from North Korea and told their stories, their horror stories. If that was happening here in the United States, wouldn't we want somebody to come and liberate us?
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do now? He said it. If things don't stop, we are gonna destroy North Korea. He didn't say we're gonna have a talk. We are going to destroy North Korea. And does that mean destroy North Korea and every person in it?
I mean, I just don't, like, I don't know. I think it's just a scared thing and terrorists this. And, I mean, we got other problems. We got actual terrorist attacks that are happening in the UK going on. And I'm just not really worried about North Korea. It's always we're going in, they say they're going to bomb us, and they say they don't. It's like a cat and mouse game back and forth and back and forth.
Well,
to scare people.
Well, you know why that happened? Because back in the day, North Korea, his father would threaten us.
Yeah.
And then what do? We give him money to shut him up. And then what does he do later on when he runs out of money? He threatens us again.
Yeah.
And then what do? We give him more money. So when is enough enough?
God, it's just, it's
how much money?
Nothing's gonna happen.
I mean, you're talking about us taking care of ourselves as Americans. We keep giving this guy more money. We say we don't negotiate with terrorists, but that is a threat. If you're threatening different countries, then you are a terror to that country. You are a terrorist, in my definition, at least.
Yeah, but I mean, what are they? They're not costing us lives right now.
So we're just gonna keep paying this bully?
No, not pay them at all. Like we can stop paying them.
Because ignoring it is not going to solve anything. Paying him is not going to solve anything.
So if we don't pay, what's going to happen?
He's going to keep launching missiles.
To where? Where did the last ones go?
They're going further and further every single time. I mean, you pulled up on your phone. You should check it out right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just haven't heard of any casualties yet.
So should we wait till someone dies before we, like, should we not be proactive?
I mean, proactive as far as what? What are we going to do? Bomb them? And then do like another Hiroshima.
I mean, like maybe we don't. Look, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert in war. I'm not an expert in politics. And for those of you guys that are watching this and are more knowledgeable than us, please educate us. I mean, in the comments below, let us know, because I'm not doing this podcast just to talk to you guys. I want to have a discussion about it because this is freaking huge. Whether you think it's not, but it's freaking huge. So if you know more, please educate us. And I can even do a follow-up podcast on this. But, yeah, maybe we do need to scare the crap out of them a little bit.
And how do we scare them?
Yeah, maybe we do need to bomb them a little bit.
So we got to cost the innocent people that we think should be free lives.
Well, I'm not talking about hitting places where innocent people are living.
So
I'm thinking of hitting somewhere where no one's living, made the outskirts, and show them, like, listen, dude, we will fuck you up.
And then what was that going to do?
And
be war.
I mean, sometimes you need to push a little bit. He's pushing. I don't know what he wants. I think he just wants money. The easiest thing to do would be isolate that country. But I believe China's in cahoots with them.
Yeah,
right.
I think they were. I don't know if
they work together.
Anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if they are anymore. I got to look that up.
Oh.
But I mean, I didn't get to do a lot of research because I just saw this and I'm responding to what I saw. So if China just leaves them alone, we all leave them alone. No one's trading with North Korea. They will have no choice but to stop. But listen, if we're not trading with them, if they're not getting their food, their resources from somewhere, people are still dying. You don't need missiles to kill people, right? This is attrition. This is a battle of attrition. It's like a siege battle. Right? You're in the castle, you have your fortress and everything like that. People can't come in. But once you run out of food, the people turn on you, right? You can't control your people inside, and you have to surrender. This is a war of attrition. If we choose to say, hey, China, leave them alone, everyone leave them alone, we're not going to be trading with them. But Donald Trump, I don't really think this guy is the kind of guy to just have empty threats, man. Like you saw the campaign he had with him and Hillary.
Yeah.
He went for her neck.
But I mean, also Trump is good at saying stuff that doesn't really take the effect as well. Like, where's that wall?
Isn't he building that wall?
Where's the start of the wall at?
Listen, if any man can run a whole campaign on building a damn wall, I'm sure he could chuck a couple of freaking missiles at North Korea.
I mean, he didn't promise. He didn't go through on his promises though. He said he does some stuff, but then he doesn't do a lot of stuff. So he does.
I'm not here to defend Trump. Okay,
I mean,
that's not. He said, "Where's the wall?" I don't know where the wall is. If the wall was there, I would go and visit already. All right, it'd probably be another wonder of the world. But right now, I'm talking about what do we do about, like, what is he going to do about North Korea? There's nothing I guess we could personally do. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. No,
I don't think he's going to do anything.
I think something's going to happen
because they're going to stop him. Even when he tries to do stuff. Don't forget, there's a whole bunch of other people.
Wait, you don't think he talked to certain people before he came and made that statement? You don't come and make that statement with the United Nations.
Yeah.
Just because I woke up today, I'm gonna destroy North Korea. That sounds like a good thing to write down.
Yeah, but I mean, there's always gonna be people blocking him. I'm pretty sure Trump wanted to do a lot of stuff before, but he has not been able to do it, and he's mad.
This is not the ban on travel. This is a statement at the United Nations, Philip.
I know, but you asked me what I think is I think he's not gonna do anything anytime soon, unless North Korea does some super hardcore.
What's super hardcore to you? Lives lost?
Yeah, lives lost, bombing somebody, casualties. Then I think Trump will do it as a offense, but starting off, I doubt Trump will just unlash fury on them, without them doing something crazy.
What if a missile lands in South Korea and it doesn't kill anyone, but it lands in South Korea? What if a missile lands in Japan? It doesn't kill anyone, but it is landing in Japan.
Then they'll probably do something similar to that. if they launch something like that doesn't kill anybody.
So you're saying a little tit for tat kind of thing going on?
Going back
you
and
punch
forth.
me, I'll punch you.
Pretty
you
much.
gouge my eye, I'll gouge your eye.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the fact is, I'm going to use a bigger fork than the fork that you're using to gouge
Cold
my
War
eye.
status.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I think about if we react. No, sorry about that. We've already reacted. But if we act, what happens to the American people? What happens to our economy? What happens to our young women and men that travel over there for war? War happens.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to our surrounding countries that are looking at us and they're like, oh, we're occupied over here. Let's take this time to go and do something in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for every reaction, there's an equal. What was it? For every reaction, how's it go?
For every action, there's a reaction.
Exactly. For every action, there's a reaction. Appreciate it. I didn't have my Wheaties this morning. I appreciate you, Phil. That's right here. So, one action, we go to war. But what is the reaction? Like, we go to war, that's the ripple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really afraid of what can happen. We haven't even gotten 1 year into his presidency. I'm not saying Donald Trump is the cause of North Korea. No. North Korea is the cause of North Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there is no right way to handle it, but if we're going to handle it, my thoughts is I would just like it handled. But to what expense, I don't know. I don't want to see people lose lives, but I don't want to see people get bullied.
Just depends. Like, we technically, lost the Vietnam War.
Yeah, that's a war a lot of people feel like we shouldn't have been in.
Exactly. So could North Korea be another type of thing where we could do something else besides going to war and sending all these people, over there that don't want to go over there? And we saw what happened to Vietnam in the 70s and the backlash and all the craziness that affected the U.S. and probably still affects a lot of veterans even to this day and stuff. So it's kind of like a human right type of thing, because technically we say, according to rules in the U.S., that we shouldn't kill and people go to jail, or in World War II, the Nazis and stuff.
But there are
people.
rules of engagement. There are rules of war. When times of war, rules change.
Things change, but
that's the rule. There's a rule for that.
Metaphorical, biblical level. Wait,
come on, that biblical bullshit is just for the fans, man.
BS. That's kind of blasphemous, but
no. Listen. No, you're taking it the wrong way. When it comes to the Bible, you know my stance. I believe in God, everything like that. But a lot of these politicians, do they really believe in God? Or do they use it as a tool to get votes? That's what I'm saying. With them, I think most of it just says BS.
Yeah, most of them
don't really care that much. They don't really care what's in the Bible compared to let's go destroy North Korea.
What I'm saying is that a lot of these veterans, that's the reason why these veterans are so messed up, because stuff they did in like war and stuff, and then they come back and then they're still like in that mindset of war, and that messed them up. And stuff like that, so
this stuff can happen again.
It could happen again, and like I said, history repeats itself sometimes unless we learn from it. So what did we learn from Vietnam?
Me personally, I've never had a problem with bullies. Okay, like against me. One time, a guy tried to snatch my chain off my neck. Right, 5th grade. I destroyed his life. I destroyed his life so hard that we became friends next year. No, I don't think we're going to destroy North Korea like crazy and then the Rocketman is going to be cool with us. I think if we destroy North Korea, he's gone for sure, right? And maybe North Korea and us were cool after that. But I can't stand to see any type of bullying. I don't care. Like, give me your lunch money or I'm going to beat you up. Give me your lunch money, I'm going to beat you up. You give him the lunch money, he still beats you up, just so you know. Then every time you just go into school in fear of this guy just going to come approach you, or this girl that's going to come approach you and take your money. So how do you solve bullying? Let's just look at it on a small scale. How do you solve bullying? Because this is what it is. He's bullying his people, and he's trying to flex on us. So how do you solve bullying on a small scale? What are your thoughts?
You got to nip it. You got to handle it.
You punch that dude in the face. You say,
you're going to get beat up no matter what. Like,
right.
If a person's getting beat, you're going to get beat up no matter what. You might as well just go all out and hit them as well.
You might as well. So, hey, give me your money or I'm going to beat you up. Sorry, this is my money. I needed to eat. I need to eat so I can stay strong, so I can beat up bullies like you. So if you're going to come, let's go. Whoop his ass or take the ass whooping. But you know what? On both ends, they're going to take some damage on both ends. But that bully's definitely going to think twice, 3 times before coming back. Not saying that he won't come back. but he's gonna think twice.
Mm-hmm. So you think we should bomb North Korea?
I mean, it's not that simple.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I don't want to bomb them. I don't want to bomb them, but I want to scare them. You punch them in the arm. I'm not gonna say, "Oh no, stop, please, no, come on, dude." No, I'm gonna punch him back in the arm.
How will we punch him?
I don't know.
That's the hard part. It's like
I don't know. We don't punch them by giving them money.
I don't think we should give them money, but like it's just a very complex.
Guys, what are your thoughts? Comment below. I really want to know. I mean, I might not have the answers. Other people might have the answers. That's the cool thing about social media and everything. Other people have the answers, and I want to know what answers they have. I think that's freaking amazing about being able to be on a podcast and get your viewpoints out there. But I'm just on this podcast. I want to be educated.
Mm-hmm.
There are billions of people smarter than me on this topic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just sharing my feelings. I care about Americans, but I also do. A part of me cares about the North Koreans over there that are oppressed and being treated in this way.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It's funny. If he wasn't dancing around with his missile scares and everything like that, would we as Americans step in to try to stop what's going on over there? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. It'll go on for years and years and years and years and years until maybe a local hero in North Korea rises up and seriously, it happens. But they've been so programmed and they see this guy as a god.
Mm-hmm.
How can you kill a god? You're raised to believe that this man is a god. How can you kill a god? You can't.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be no opposition. There will be no rise.
Unless the people close to him
that know he's not a god.
Yeah.
But the people close to him are benefiting by being close to him.
Yeah, or unless he does something wrong to some people that are close to him, then he will.
He's a tool. He's a puppet.
Remember Operation, was it Valkyrie? In World War II with Hitler or whatever, and that was a failed attempt to kill Hitler, and that was by his own people.
Right.
So maybe
it was a failed attempt.
A failed attempt.
And then once you fail to stomp out a fire, it spreads rapidly.
Exactly.
So you got to be careful. If you're going to start something, you better finish it.
So what needs to happen is the U.S. needs to get a double agent in there, and then the double agent will be the one that used to do the uprising.
I'm pretty sure they've caught some people and given them how many years of hard labor they call it? Yeah, they ain't no labor. They're doing some torture, hard torture. You know, I'm sorry. Like I get very emotional when it comes to people who are being oppressed and we can't help them out. But I can't say us as Americans, we have to go and fight this war or start a war to save them, because it's going to be split both ways. I value American lives, right? I'm an American, so of course I value American lives, but I do also value the lives of other people. I do value the lives of the people that can't speak up, the people that are weak, the people that are being pushed around, bullied, treated unfairly. I do value those lives, because I'm not one to look. I don't have the scales. I can't put one life here and put one life there and tip the scales and see which one is more valuable. I probably couldn't even pick which life is more valuable to help out to live or to just let die.
But also the thing I think about sometimes is, why is the U.S. always the one that has to do everything?
Because with great power comes great responsibility.
What about England? What about France?
I'm pretty sure England does so. Maybe we just don't know that much about it.
I was thinking about, like, usually it's always everybody's. The U.S. is the one that has to do everything and take all.
The U.S. is Superman.
It is Superman. But why can't somebody else handle it sometime? Why do we have to handle every single topic?
Well, I mean, the U.S. has nuclear weapons, correct?
Does.
So then we got to look at all the countries that have nuclear abilities.
Exactly.
So the ones with the big sticks have to go to war. This is one thing, I'm going to close on this. It's the alpha, okay, the alpha principle. And the U.S. is the alpha. All right, it's kind of weird. Like we don't have as much population as China or India. Right, we don't have the manpower, but yet we're the alpha. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the minority and majority, right? White versus black. The white people are the alpha. They are the majority. Even though I'm pretty sure, like all the minorities together, right? Maybe it's pretty close.
Yeah.
But either way, the United States is the alpha. Now, as the alpha, we pay our taxes, right? We pay our taxes, we pay our dues, we serve the military, we serve our country. They can take from us. But when in times of need and trouble, the alpha, we look to the alpha to stand up and protect. Now, I don't know what back deals we have with our allies in order for them to have our protection. It's kind of like that insurance policy. You know, the mafia people show up at that little Asian store and break all their stuff and say, listen, you got to pay insurance or we're going to be back. You need this protection. I don't know if that's what's going on. But right now, the United States is the alpha. They have the big stick. Anyone with nuclear weapons has the big stick. And they got to go and swing that. That's why they look to the U.S. How's the United States going to act? Like, do we really care who is elected in other countries?
No.
But every country watches who's going to get elected here. The United States is blessed. I'm not going to lie. The United States is a blessed country. But we're going to wait for that swing. And I just hope when the swing happens, the effects are not that serious. When that dude hit me, he hit my shoulder. And then I hit him in the face. And then he went down. And then I stopped there. No, I did not. I gave him a whirlwind of 15 more punches. Now, did I make it right? No, but I got to make sure that if I'm going to put someone down, that they're going to stay down.
Yeah.
So whatever decision we decide to make, if we're going to put this guy down, it's going to be split. People are not going to go to war. We're going to have the people with the banners and everything, and we don't want to go to war. What are we doing? Right? So then what's the solution? If they don't have a solution, let's talk it out. Okay, cool, let's talk it out. But we tried. Whatever solution we have, it needs to put an end to it. Easier said than done, but I believe in the brilliant minds that we have, not just in the United States, but in the United Nations. And I think that the leadership of every country coming together, we should be able to figure out something.
Exactly. And I mean, usually in U.S. history, I mean, I feel like we always do wait for that swing, right?
Right.
Pearl Harbor.
Swing, batter. Hit.
But there's a lot of people that are just swinging right now. All these like terrorist attacks in Europe right now, like in England, there's people bombings and stuff like that. So there's a lot of swings from different countries that aren't even, North Korea, that are actually doing stuff right now. Like they haven't done anything. These other countries are like bombing people constantly, and we're lucky it hasn't really happened in the U.S. in a while. They're having all time in Europe.
How many swings are we going to allow? How many swings? I don't know. But hopefully not too many. And, a lot of people didn't want to vote for Trump. A lot of people don't look at him as their president. Well, at times like this is not... I mean, he is the commander-in-chief, right?
Commander-in-chief, yeah.
He could call it... That's his job.
Yeah. He's the trigger man.
He's the trigger man. Pull the trigger. Pull. Right? But it's crazy. Like, we do have to come together. We do have to figure something out. Someone with an idea, someone with a plan needs to come. I don't have the plan. I'm the action man. Someone has a plan. You tell me where to go. It's a good plan. I'll execute it to the best of my ability. But I do need to see. I want to see. I'm sure a lot of people want to see this regime of North Korea ending. And you know what? Even though this is totally different, Cuba, we're on decent terms with Cuba right now, right? And no one thought we would be going to visit Cuba just like this. So who knows what can happen in the next 40 years? But if we don't make the right decisions, some of us will not get to see the next 40 years. So thank you guys for joining us once again. Joining your host, Roderick Grant, and this character that you'll be seeing a lot of, Philip Gray, PG3, a.k.a. Philly, a.k.a. Philly cheesesteak, a.k.a. Philip the Future, a.k.a. I'll bring you more a.k.a.s later.
Dang. A lot of names.
Appreciate you being on the show once again, Phil.
For and sure. Anytime.
Yeah, guys, thanks for hearing us out.
All right, guys. Later, guys.
I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse out here, alone. and I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again.